Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get to this game going. The Panthers will kick it away to start us off. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So Notre Dame's offense trots out there to open this game. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Cannot escape, and down he goes.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you've got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own off.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Gonna run it. It's Reed. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the game just good enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And they hand it off to the back. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Panthers come to the line in a hurry-up. Well, the big fellow's, Kirk, flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the...
Got him. He's sacked.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get silent.
Oh, a sack. The senior on his defense making a big play.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's fourth down and long.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. And it's good from 56 yards.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
It's a costly penalty for the special teams. Offense coming back on the field. You just can't make contact with a kicker like that. This Pitt offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a handoff. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Thrown quickly. Caught in the right flat. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with first down and goal.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
This defense is playing inspired football with their backs near their own goal line. An incompletion, now a sack. What would the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. To throw, it's Holstein. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Man, that is how you prevent an offense from punching it in when they get inside the 10-yard line. That is back-to-back sacks for this defense near the goal line.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 35-yard attempt. Oh, and it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And the back gets the football. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Again, makes it second and medium. Ball handed to the running back. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense. Dropping back, it's Leonard.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that 1st down.
Looking for some space. It's low. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed with the defense flying to the football. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll just throw it away now. Couldn't make anything happen, and that's now going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Well, this is the chance you take throwing the football in these conditions. I don't know if the quarterback ever had a real good grip on the ball in the snow, puts it up in the air, and the defense is able to come up with a pick.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. That's reeled in. It's low. Tough running there. Breaks and tackle. Picks up the first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
Here's a throw underneath the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. That has been in large part to the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on fourth down. Takes the handoff. It's low. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Hand it off for a draw. Moves the ball up to the 30.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. It gets your hands a little shaky.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the tackle, but it's a big gain. Ball near midfield, spotted at the 49.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Made the defense look slow that time.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. To the air, it's Leonard. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. On the ground, it's Lowe. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw it on first down. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he'll set up to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Running back with the football. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The sure hands. It's Harrison. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to throw it again. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball when you're this close to your own goal line. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to try to run the ball to get it away from the shadow of that goal line. But you got to do a better job than that. You're a yard away from giving up 2 points and a safety because you couldn't hold your own up front.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. He'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially be a game-changing play.
The Panthers will bring their punt team onto the field. And he's able to get the boot away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. In the clear at the 25. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Well, this defense is just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. They just loaded up in that goal line formation and pushed their way into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. No problem on the snowy field. The PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the back now goes in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. This time, a completion. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
I think the defense got fooled here. They thought that receiver was going to go deep downfield. He ends up curling back to the inside for a nice gain.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the second interception for this defense today.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, and hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT gives them a 10-point lead, 17-7. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. They'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Handing off on the draw play. Spins away from defenders. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this...
The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer? Here he comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. Boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history in playing linebacker.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. To throw, it's Holstein. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down. Pitt getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Reed. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Well, the running back at that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
2nd down play coming up. Lofting it toward the left sideline. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
And he's got it from 58 yards away. Never in doubt.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. So 1st and 10. That's a costly mistake for the defense on 4th down. Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. And the junior able to get home with the sack. Pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Holstein. He'll try a pass here. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
He knocks this one right through. Hold on now, there is a flag on the field. If it's on the defense, still wouldn't be a 1st down. The kicker's got to be protected in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. The defense getting pushed back. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. On the run here, lets it go. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down, looking to throw the football. He's on the run, launches deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Johnson. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Holstein. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Fires it to the wideout. It's pulled in. Completion on a diving catch. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Catch hauled in here over the middle. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Throws to the tight end. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. There's the handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Defense looking to keep the pressure on. 3rd down coming up. And the quarterback dropping back.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Panthers will have to kick it away.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. That's caught. It's Harrison. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down of the 46.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those 1st downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fist. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Here's the handoff on a counter. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
And the field goal is good. And the game is now tied.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Irish. He just sprints into the end zone. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
I mean, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. And then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking this guy anymore.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The Panthers will have to kick this away. It's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. And he's able to send the punt away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Finally forced out of bounds with a solid return that time. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. And looking to throw now on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. Tiny space at the 20. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Back to throw. It's Leonard. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. 2nd down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And it's been an old-school ground game duel. These running backs have been putting on a show so far today. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down. And out comes the field goal unit. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? He hands it off from the gun. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Heavy pressure. He lets it go.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Took contact on the throw. Finds his man. It's Collins. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Empty set now, 5 wide. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer. Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this third down. And he drops back in the gun. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. Catch is made way down inside the 30.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. And now the running back's got it again. They stop him, but it's a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
Back to pass. It's Leonard. He's moving out of the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete. We're trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. Well, he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Touchdown, Notre Dame. This offense is still clicking. Well, the energy really building now, Cook. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw, testing the middle. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a big gain. The Panthers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
He's got his man in the open field. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Still no answer for this offense. So here we go, fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Takes the handoff again. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And they'll give it to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Grab behind the line. It's Love. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
And now they'll run it on the draw. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
He wisely decides to just throw the ball away there on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Hey, really good decision here by this quarterback just to get rid of that football, but I'm sure they're hoping for a few extra yards here to make this field goal attempt a little bit easier.
Long enough and good. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Dropping back, it's Holstein. He breaks free. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
This crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. An extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pass is incomplete. He caught it, but couldn't get his feet down.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. The Panthers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now. He'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, nearly picked off again. They almost had another one, but it will set up 4th down.
Now, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now,
airing this one out toward the sideline. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. And that is no good. So a 17-point lead after that miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Grab behind the line. It's Reed. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
He's out of bounds at the 38.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Scanning the field. It's Holstein. And that's incomplete even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now it's second down here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And it's complete downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Grab down the middle. It's Mumpfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this deep.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They look to throw it here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Needs a completion here on fourth down. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Irish. And the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Now the kick hits off the left upright. It's no good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Scanning the field. It's Holstein. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Over the middle. It's Mumpfield. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And that pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expires. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fallon, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
From Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee, they love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for yan dogs and pepperoni rolls, probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the Astronauts taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Astronauts offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
And the Astronauts will bring the punt team onto the field. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So West Virginia's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. With the catch, it's Robinson. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. 1st down here for the offense. Handoff to the fullback. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
The Astronauts get enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Makes the catch and knock down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes the option. The pitch. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down. And the Astronauts come to the line with a new set of downs. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to go option. They're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll power it inside with the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Vols have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The offense set for a 1st down play. Back to throw, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
4th down coming up.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sideline. It's Hinton. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Green. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Floating away. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the option. at the 35. He's open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Astronauts with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The back goes in motion. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's a great job on this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. He got it. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
West Virginia, 0.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking to pass. The throw. He finds his man. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
Running back goes in motion. They'll run play action. Find space on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Astronauts have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Important play coming on this opening day. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He fires it out to the right. And the DB right with him to knock it away. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Green. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely...
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Astronauts!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They go to the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
West Virginia.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Keeps looking downfield. Fights off the defender. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Green. Forced out of the pocket. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Astronauts 13, West Virginia 0.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man. It's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, the attempt is no good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. The option look. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
On the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's why this guy's a good, strong safety. You've got to be able to affect the running game. You've got to be able to play in the box close to the line of scrimmage and make tackles. That time, good stop on the fullback.
On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Astronauts will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Donaldson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And this offense, undeterred by going just 1 for 4 on 4th down, will stay out there to try it again. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The offense starts with a short field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Houston.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
There's a great example of a zone blitz by the defense, and those confuse quarterbacks and offensive linemen because you're dropping defensive linemen out in coverage, but then you're bringing pressure from the second level, and that time the defense was able to fool them and get home.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock for a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Give to the fullback. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Astronauts!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
First down, West Virginia.
Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Trying to get to him. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Third down coming.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Astronauts decide to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Farmer. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Fighting off the defender. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Mountaineers have their offense in high gear. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
A third and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Barges ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's made. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the returner will be dragged down. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Now they're going to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Dropping back, it's Green. Swings it out to his running back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got it to him out in the flat, but a sure tackle and the big stop there for this defense.
Man, those aren't easy tackles. You're stretched way out wide. You're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense, seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Astronauts will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Scanning the field, it's Green. Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the move, it's White. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Extending the play. Got out of trouble and throws. Snares it outside. It's Hinton. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. It's Donaldson.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Height is way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution. Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Quick toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety came downhill. He made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Goes to the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Astronauts will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Green. Lets it fly. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Fires to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. You need to put more plays together like that right there.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Now they'll run the draw. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They take the lead with the 6.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. They're trailing by just 2 to Temple. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Trying to make magic. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield.
Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. Ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time.
This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Now on second down. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that triple option is exactly what it sounds like. You have the dive, the quarterback run, and the pitch. And the QB was a little bit confused what to do.
And you wondered if he would have had an opportunity to get that pitch off, but how are they going to get this? And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
The Astronauts will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block. It's Farmer. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Comes out throwing on first down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Astronauts! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for room, it's Donaldson. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Green. He's got his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
Right down the gut of the field. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Astronauts!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. He'll ride his man on the option. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The play-action fake. Coming at it, and it's on the ground. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going to try to get it himself. Ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And that's a really good example of making the first thing first. What I mean is, you worry about milking the clock? No. How about taking care of the ball?
No doubt. In this 2-minute situation, right, with the game on the line, ball security has just got to be at a premium, and it's mistakes like that cost you games.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the option. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football? Understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Snowed under by the defense.
And the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
They were all over him, nowhere to go, as that third down play turned into a disaster. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they've regained the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. On the ground, it's Donaldson. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. On the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't.
And they get the sack just like that.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give to the fullback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Astronauts are in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout called by the defense. 29 seconds to go. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They got it. It's blocked. He's got the ball, and it's live. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they've got the lead in the final minute. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Swartz. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.